I'm Miss Dani from the Pleasant Hills Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own no-sew sock bunny. To make your own bunny, you're going to need a couple supplies. The first supply you're going to need is a sock. I found this sock in our mismatch bag of socks here in our house. Do you have a mismatch bag or box in your house of socks? Our box is ever growing. I don't know where the matches disappear to. They just go. Now this particular sock that I'm going to use, I actually found its match. But you know what? It had a hole. So it's okay for me to use this sock. When you're choosing whichever sock you're going to use, make sure to ask that it's okay because we will be cutting that sock. The other supplies you need are scissors, ribbon of some sort, 3 rubber bands, 1, 2, 3. And if you don't have rubber bands, that's okay. You can use string, permanent markers, and then something to fill your sock with. Now, when you're deciding what to fill your sock with, you have lots of options based on what you have at home. You can use rice. You could use other socks that have holes in them. You could use fabric scraps. You could also use paper towels or tissues, cotton balls, even scrap paper. It doesn't matter really, as long as it's okay that you use that thing. So make sure to ask the grown-up that you're with if it's okay. So, do you have all your supplies? Are you ready? Excellent. All right, are you ready to stuff? So, once you have your sock, we're going to stuff it to the heel. For my sock today, I'm going to stuff it with socks that have holes, so the match to this sock plus 2 other socks I found that have holes. And I'm also going to use some fabric scraps that I have around my house. But like I already said, look around your house to find what's something that you can reuse for your no-sew sock bunny. So once it's stuffed up to the heel, looks like I need another good 2 handfuls. We got 1. Oh, I'm going to end up using all this stuffing. That's good. Repurpose, reuse. All right. Now that it's all full, you kind of work out any lumps. You're going to gather what's left. And you're going to take one of your rubber bands and tie it around as many times as you can get it to go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Can I get 5? 5 times. Excellent. This part we're going to cut later to be our ears. But before we do that, we have to make our bunny head, because right now it just kind of looks like a sock potato. Doesn't really look like a bunny, does it? So you can make your bunny standing upright like this, or I'm going to try to make him, see if I can get him to go kind of sideways. So then he's like he's sitting. What do you think? All right, so then you take another rubber band and you wrap it around where you want the head to go. You don't want it as tight as around the ears, but you do want it at least around twice. All right, and again, if you don't have rubber bands, you can use string for that part. It's just a little trickier. All right, now before we do anything else, let's kind of shape our bunny the way we want him to look. Pretty good. Now, bunnies have 2 ears and a fluffy tail, so we need to add our tail. So to do that, if you happen to have little tiny ponytails holders like these work great. If not, of course, you can use your regular one as well. You're going to scrunch up a part of the sock where the tail's going to go. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Kind of pull it. Take your rubber band and tie it around as many times as you can get it to go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's as many as I can get. And now look, my bunny has a cute little bunny tail. All right, so now comes the important part. We're going to make our bunny's ears. So before you cut it, make sure your rubber band is good and tight. Lower all the ones down and decide, how do you want your bunny ears to go? Do you want them to stand straight up like my bunny headband? Do you want them to flop down, or maybe 1 up, 1 down? Or sideways? It's up to you. So think about that. If it helps, you can draw on where you're going to cut first. I think I'm going to have mine go kind of sideways. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut into the sock for my bunny ears. Now when you're cutting, I recommend that you start by going a little big. You can always trim it down if you think the ears are too large. You think, not too bad. I am going to trim this down a little bit because I want it to look more like a bunny and less like he's wearing a bunny headband. Oh, like when I cut it, it somehow got a little knob there. Let's fix that. All right, he's got his little floppy bunny ears. Not bad. All right, so now it's time for our ribbon. You don't want to see that rubber band, and if you don't want to see it up top, you can do this there as well. I'm going to cut a long piece of ribbon. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tie it up here as well as down below his neck because I don't want to see that rubber band. So we're going to tie it around and make a bow. Loop it through. It's tricky. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to cut another piece of ribbon to go around the neck. All right. I'm going to loop it around. Loop it around again. So it's nice and tight. I might not have cut this one quite long enough, but that's okay. And make a bow. There we go. So we have our bow. Covers up the rubber band quite nicely. And the last step is we need to give our bunny a face. So this is where those permanent markers come in. Now remember, permanent markers will stain your clothes, so be very careful when you use a permanent marker. I have a black permanent marker and a blue permanent marker. I'm going to give my bunny blue eyes. So first I'm going to draw on the eyes. Ooh, big eyes. Big eyes. And then I'm going to give my bunny a triangular nose. A triangle nose. And my bunny's a happy bunny. So I'm going to give him a smile. And we can't forget whiskers. I'm going to give my bunny some whiskers. There we go. And I'm going to give him some eyebrows too because that helps him look real happy. Yeah, there we go. Quite cute. What do you think? Hop, hop, hop. So we have a stand-up bunny and a floppy sitting down bunny. Hop, hop. Thanks for crafting with me today, friends. If you make a no-sew sock bunny, please send us a picture at pleasanthills@einetwork.net. We'd love to see what you're working on. Have a great day. Bye.